You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life. That there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there, like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. It is this feeling that has brought you to me. What the hell?
We have all fantasized with this exact scenario, and in one way or another hoped for the arrival of the White Rabbit, the thing, the lucky break that would get us out of our rut, where someone or something comes to rescue us from our daily numbness, to present us with an opportunity that would change everything. If only we were the chosen ones, we could take the red pill and exit the Matrix. It's tempting to dream of a lucky break, because it's largely taking the blame and putting outside of us. We are no longer responsible for our life or how we arrive in this state. If our life is in a bad spot, it's painful to recognize that it is so because of us. When we romanticize the escape of the Matrix, we are allowed a reprieve from feeling bad. The idea of the lucky break lets us tell ourselves that everything will be fine eventually. And this is the very thing that will keep us stuck. This dream, for all of its pleasantness, mesmerizes and steals our agency. It works in alleviating a pain that it will never solve. The illusion of an eventual waking up gets us through life, but it's also the very thing that keeps us stuck and unwilling to change, keeping our anger and revolt in check so that we never free ourselves. Would Neo have become another cog in the machine if not for Morpheus? Or would he eventually have rebelled? That is an altogether different story that we will never know. But what about your story? Will you continue unconsciously waiting for the White Rabbit to arrive? Or will you take matters into your own hands? Will you be able to recognize that you can be your own savior? The blue pill versus red pill dilemma is before all of us every single day. The Matrix is one big metaphor. We would perhaps look more heroic if there was a giant conspiracy around our stagnation. But we do not get the luxury of heroics. There is no evil plot preventing us from breaking free, no giant robot army, and no simulation of reality. We are normal people living in a messy but yet normal world, with nothing but our own fear and risk aversion holding us back. If you are feeling stuck and nothing is going your way, then you need to realize that you are in the perfect place to make a radical change. Stagnation accompanied by an absence of luck is a clear signal that something is wrong in the way you are living your life. It's a state that justifies radical means, as the risk of change rarely outweighs the cost of remaining the same. It's important to realize that when you choose change, you won't suddenly become the chosen one. Remember that Neo first had to get his ass kicked several times before he could start doing all of the cool stuff inside the Matrix. The hard part about change is that it doesn't happen overnight, as most movies would have us believe. And so we must measure our expectations and steel ourselves for what will really happen. The journey after the red pill, which we rarely consider, is hard and painful, filled with moments of struggle and doubt, where giving up will seem like a real possibility. And we don't prepare ourselves for this. Growth and stagnation are painful in different ways. It's just that ultimately, only in one of them do you feel awake and alive. Think about the last time you truly felt stuck in your own life. How long did it actually take you to realize that you were stagnated? It's more than likely that it took you a while before it eventually hit like a ton of bricks. And that happens because we get lost in the blur of daily life. Tired from our jobs, we come home and crash in front of our couches, in front of our devices, doom scrolling and just putting on any random show that is on, leaving little time for conscious thought and self-observation. It isn't a surprise that it takes a heavy emotional strain for us to even sense that something is wrong. When you finally notice that things are off, it's likely that they have been wrong for a while now. Neo's story is one of stagnation, and it's the reason we can immediately relate to him. We have all been asleep and in dire need of a wake-up call.